is going on, Brownie Bros? It is Big Time Brownie, your coach of the Green Bay Yampers, coming to you with Week 4 of the International Battling League, or IBL. This week we are taking on the Montreal Milotics. Unfortunately, last week we fell to 1-2 with our second loss of the season, and I'm still so upset at myself for that because I had that game won. I just needed to switch out my Halucha. But you live and you learn. We're back against the 2-1 Montreal Milotics and Matt O'Shea. Definitely go check out his YouTube channel. So today, it is today, but today we are bringing 5 of the 6 Pokemon that we brought last week, the last 2 weeks actually. Starting with Hakumele, again holding the big root, and again with the same set of Draining Kiss, Giga Drain, Calm Mind, and Sword Power. And before I get into my team, we should talk a little bit about his team. He has Aegislash, Kyurem, Crocodile, Rotom Heat, Xatu, Gmax, Inteleon, Clefairy, Chinchino, Machamp, Basculin, and Roserade. So aside from Aegislash and Rotom, although we do outspeed Rotom, but aside from those two, and Xatu, but I wouldn't expect all of these to come. This thing can do work against the rest of his team, especially at +1 and definitely at +2. At +1, a Draining Kiss does a lot to Kyurem, and we can we'd also be at +1 Spit F, so we can pretty much live every hit. We can Giga Drain or Draining Kiss Crocodile too with the priority. And of course, this does have the triage ability, which does give us priority to our healing moves like Draining Kiss, +3 priority. So that's really nice. The Sword Power is there. I had U-Turn, but the Sword Power is there for Roserade, just so we don't get completely walled by Roserade as well as Rotom. So we're able to hit those 2 Pokemon. And yeah, Giga Drain's also really nice for Inteleon and Basculin as well. And I don't really have anything on the team. I have Halucha, but besides Halucha, I don't really have anything on the team that outspeeds his Chinchino and his Inteleon. So having this priority, I think, could be really useful. It has a timid nature with 68 EVs in HP, 252 in special attack, 180 in speed, and 4 in Spit F. This is to ensure that we do outspeed Rotom and some of the lower, the speed. We outspeed, with this set, we outspeed Rotom. I believe we outspeed Xatu, and we outspeed Roserade as well. Now I'm thinking about Basculin though with Aqua Jet, and I might have to regen this Pokemon with a little bit more speed so we can outspeed a Jolly Basculin. But I do know Matt, if he knows that he has the speed tier, I have. He tends to go Modest instead of Jolly. He's pretty aggressive in that regard, which is awesome. But I think I'm going to have to... this set might change. Just the EVs might change. But anyway, spending way too much time on Hakumele here. Next up, we have Ariel, and we actually... Ariel, we actually dropped this week. We will be picking up Slowking. And the reason for that was because I wanted some more reliable bulk on this team. I just feel like I don't have much, and I'm relying a lot on screens. But Ariel has the Torrent ability. It is actually... where's the item? It is actually holding the Choice Scarf this week. And it is a modest nature with 220 EVs in speed, 252 in special attack, 28 in HP, and 4 in defense and Spit F. We are running Moonblast, Surf, Ice Beam, and Flip Turn. So basically what we can do here is we can catch hopefully one Pokemon off guard with the Choice Scarf. We also have some nice switch initiative. We do outspeed a Adamant, we do outspeed a Modest Gmax Inteleon, and I believe we actually do outspeed a Timid one too. Obviously we outspeed Crocodile if he's not Scarfed. We outspeed Kyurem if it's not Scarfed, and Rotom as well. So being able to come in and put some pressure on those mons, especially with Surf, Moonblast, and Ice Beam, with Roserade too, we outspeed. That could be really useful. I'm fumbling and bumbling today, but you know what? I'm not gonna start over. We're gonna get through it. We have TRT coming again, this time with a Spadef build. We are fully invested in SPDF, 244 EVs in HP and 12 in defense. We are calm nature, and of course we have the Prankster with Light Screen, Thunderwave, Spikes, and Flash Cannon. I think Spikes could be decent against some of his grounded threats like Aegislash, Kyurem, Crocodile, even Roserade to break a potential Sash, because I have a lot of moves that can almost OHKO a lot of his Pokemon. And getting that 12% is going to be massive for us, assuming he's not heavy-duty boots. And, you know, I thought about putting Defog on this thing instead of Light Screen, but because of Toxic Spikes, but he hasn't really brought Hazards much this season, and Roserade, the time he did bring Roserade, it did not have Toxic Spikes. So I'm hoping he doesn't bring Toxic Spikes. Roserade is definitely a Pokemon we don't want to see. Thunderwave can kind of cripple Kyurem and Chinchino and Inteleon, which opens up Pangoro a lot. It opens up Pangoro a lot. So yeah, and then Flash Cannon is there to hit the Kyurem. It's a SPDF build, so we can switch into anything Kyurem wants to go for, even an Earth Power and get up our Light Screen, and maybe even T-Wave or Flash Cannon, or get some Spikes up. Next up, we have Hawlucha with Close Combat, Acrobatics, Swords Dance, and Throat Chop. It has 222 EVs in HP, 252 in attack, 28 in speed, and 4 in defense and SPDF. This is to make sure it outspeeds a Scarfed Inteleon at +2, which is his fastest Pokemon. So, yeah, we do have a Close Combat Acrobatics for the Dual Stab. This thing pretty much kills everything on his team. And the Throat Chop is there for Aegislash, so we can hit that, which is awesome. I absolutely love that. And yeah, there's not much to say except I got to do a better job of preserving this thing, and it can be our win con. Next up, we have Maishifu making its debut, the Pokemon we just picked up. It is holding the Choice Band with the Scrappy ability, and it has Close Combat, Knockoff, Gunk Shot, and Bullet Punch. It is Jolly Nature with 20 EVs in HP, 252 in attack, 236 in speed. So this is to ensure that we outspeed a max speed Adamant Aegislash. Again, T-Wave could really help us here. Maishifu here just kind of takes lives. It does have a Scrappy ability, so we can just click Close Combat pretty indiscriminately and not worry about Aegislash. Knockoff is also there for some nice utility, and if we're in on Aegislash, it actually does less than Close Combat, but Knockoff is just nice to get rid of any items. Even if Clefairy wants to switch in, we can get rid of his Eviolite. Gunk Shot's specifically there for Clefairy, and Bullet Punch, just because I like priority and wanted some more priority in this team. It can help us with Kyurem for sure, and Chinchino as well. And then lastly, we do have Louis, our G-Max Rillaboom. Louis does have the Adamant Nature with 252 max attack, 76 EVs in HP, 4 defense, 4 SPDF, and 172 speed. That speed tier was to outspeed Jolly Aegislash, because really between Aegislash and his Pokemon that are faster than me, there wasn't really anything there that I was too worried about. So yeah, we were able to put a lot in HP. It is holding the Yachi Berry for potentially Kyurem, so we could max Airstream and then max Knuckle into it to take it out if it's not Scarf. Otherwise, we're going to, yeah, if it's not Scarf. So we can sort of lessen damage with that hit. If we have to 1v1 an Inteleon and he decides to max Hailstorm, we have that. He also could be running the Rindo Berry, so like, who knows in that regard. We have Knockoff for that Aegislash, and then this thing, it is what it is. The Grassy Glide's super awesome. Superpower is there too, which is really nice because we could take out, after a little bit of chip, we can take out Rotom if he's offensive. Knockoff also helps us hit Xatu, but it's mostly these moves are there for the setup, like Acrobatics and Superpower are there for the setup of taking when we're in G-Max form. So that's the team for this week. I hope you enjoyed the battle. What is going on, Brownie Bros? We are back for another battle. Well, you will have seen the team builder, but I don't know. Battling Wi-Fi makes me nervous. It kind of stresses me out more than it should. But let's see what he's got here. Let's see what Matt's bringing. So, Inteleon, Chinchino. Okay, well, at least we didn't see Roserade. Rotom, Heat. No Crocodile. Aegislash, which makes sense because of Grassy Glide. Chinchino, and Xatu. Xatu is going to be very annoying. So the only thing he didn't bring was Crocodile, and instead he brought the Chinchino. So, okay. So looking at his team, what do we need to win? Okay, so Louis can kind of set up and win. I think he might be Scarf Kyurem, based on what we see. I think he might lead Chinchino. I could just lead Ariel, or my Shifu even, and get a big close combat off, or even a knockoff off. I think my Shifu can kind of win though. So Ariel's really good too. I think what I do is I lead Ariel, because if he leads Xatu, which I think he might, we could get an Ice Beam off. I didn't test my audio, so hopefully that's not too loud. I mean, it's the same as last time, so... Alright, let's see here. Let's see what he brings. Cashmere. Okay, it is Chinchino. So... Chinchino, are you attacker? Like, obviously if he has Bullet Seed, he kills us. And Surf, unfortunately, does not kill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go into TRT here. I thought this might happen. I don't want to really reveal the Scarf yet, so I don't want to go for Flip Turn, even though that damage could have been decent. And he probably has a little bit of bulk too, so I don't want to, you know... Ooh, he went for the knockoff, so he could have actually... I'm just gonna hit Light Screen here, because he's probably gonna go Xatu. That would be my guess. Yeah, Xatu. Okay, so Chinchino has knockoff, and TRT, let's see, so we went from 138 to 163, which is 9%. So knockoff, okay, so he's not choice banded. Wow, so he's not even full attack. I think I just stay in here and attack, because I think he might teleport. He might go for the screens himself. I could see him doing that. Wait, so I only did 9%. It only did 9%. Knockoff. What was that? I missed what that was. Was that like psychic? Oh my god, was that a crit? It was not a crit. That actually did a lot of damage. Okay, so let's see how much Flash Cannon 7. So 20, okay, so he's probably defensive. Maybe a little bit of Spit F. I just go for another Flash Cannon. There's no reason not to. Cosmic Power. Okay, that's not good. He went for Stored Power, didn't he? Jesus, okay. I think I go hard Aerial here, because I can take a hit. I don't want to get air slashed here. Okay, so he does go for the Roost. He's only at +1. So at +1, it's still a 2-hit KO. So Xatu, Cosmic Power, Roost, Stored Power. I wonder what his last move is. He can't have just brought. Okay, so this is just over 50%. Oh my god. Oh, I hate this so much. Does he have... The question is, does he have a flying type move? What if we got a freeze here? Okay, so let's go for the roost. Pangoro at +2. Okay. He's definitely gonna roost again. I could go Haku Melee. But I think I have to go to my Shifu. We'll see if he has a flying type move. Because he's gonna roost again here. I don't think he Cosmic Power again here. Okay, he does roost. I should have just gone hard Pangoro on the first turn, man. Maybe he did go for a flying type move, and I should have been paying attention. Now I wish I had Darkest Lariat. He's gotta fear the Darkest Lariat. At the very least. But like, okay. So if we knock off here... Can he just roost it off? It also depends, like, what his speed is. We'll see how much speed investment he has, because if he has none, we outspeed him. Okay, he has Dazzling Gleam. Okay. We survive? Oh my god, and he just hangs on. No! Okay. Shit. How do we take that? Okay, so he just ends up attacking us. And at +2 defense, Flip turn should take it out, but he does have some speed. So okay, if I Ice Beam here, what does it allow in? Flip turn does 6 to 8%. Okay, that's less than 6 to 8%. And getting rid of this thing's actually huge. So Xatu kills Pangoro with D-Gleam. Man, I wish we just one-shot it. So he's not fully defensive. Okay, so he does have some Spadef. And he has some speed, so he can't be full HP or full defense. Because that's why we did more. We did like 99% there. That's crazy with that knockoff. Okay, so he actually withdraws. So we'll go for the flip turn. As Kashmir comes out. TRT did outspeed. Oh no, it did not. How much? Okay. So, Rillaboom to Chinchino. At level 50, how much is a Grassy Glide doing here? How much does a max Airstream do? Can I set up and win? Grassy Glide should take him out. But I think I'm actually... I kind of just want to go for the max Airstream here. Is he gonna have Gunk Shot? Does this thing get Gunk Shot? Did I just mess up? Did I just royally mess up? No, I think... well, we'll see here. He could be Scarfed, I guess. He might U-turn. He might just U-turn. Triple Axle. So we eat our Yachi Berry. Can you hit just once? Oh no, well, Skill Length makes it hit 3 times. Okay, it's actually going to do a lot of damage. Oh, I should have Max Knuckled. I guess we'll see if he's Scarf now. Well, okay, wait, actually, triple, let's see here. Triple Axle, 370. I don't think that's banded. Oh, I should have gone for another... I should have gone for another max Airstream. I should have gone for another max Airstream. That was a misplay on my part. What do I need Rillaboom for, still? Casserola. Okay. So, let's see here. Rotom, Heat. Oh, you nasty plot. Overheat at level 50. If we are Dynamaxed, 55. Okay, so I do have to switch out here. I think I go out into Ariel. Like, Ariel's not the greatest, but it will give us some switch initiative. This is why I should have gone for another max Airstream, but I don't think we could have done much back. We didn't do anything enough back to Rotom Heat, so. Okay, he does Overheat, and he does connect. And the thing is, I have to make sure that I'm switching into something quick so that Xatu cannot Roost. I'm just gonna hit Flip Turn here. Gmax Rillaboom kills Chinchino with Max Airstream. Okay, well this thing's obviously a problem. Now the question is, are you Scarf? Are you Scarf? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna double into TRT just to see what it's gonna go for. Asia Slash. Iron Head. Is he Choice Banded? I'm gonna hit Light Screen. he goes Zatu, I go hard prim. I was so close to flash canning. Wait, so we weren't... Were we Wait, what were we not outspeeding with? Pangoro, 118. I'm pretty sure we were outspeeding. I wish I remembered. I think we were outspeeding. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I should have went hard prim. Oh, we got a crit. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Matt. Well, that does give us a bit of a lifeline there, actually, because he 100% has to roost again now. And how much does Primarina do with Surf here? I think he has some Spadef. Like, okay, let's say worst case scenario, he has max Spadef. Okay, wait. Klefki, a crit flash cannon, did about 50%. A crit flash cannon did about... Okay, so... He must have very little. I'm gonna go for Surf. Because Surf should be a 2-hit KO no matter what. Did you go cure him? Oh, man. This should do quite a bit of damage. Okay. So, Aegislash... Okay, OU Swords Dance at level 50 in Shield Surf does 45 to 50, so he's got a little bit of bulk. But I think I just sacked TRT here. He did attack. And Ironhead, I guess we can see how, because to Klefki he did like this much damage. Ironhead, how did he do that much to us? Alright, it's fine. We'll go for the knockoff here. It's pretty free. We haven't revealed it yet. Okay, he does withdraw. Okay, so he just stacks off Totem. Now this does allow in... Oh, I don't think that mattered. But I apologize. Rillaboom kills Zatu with knockoff. Aegislash kills Klefki with Iron Head. Okay. Full Buster. Okay, what do I do here? Freeze Dry is pretty obvious. So let's see here. Comfey, let's say he specs, because that's, I guess, worst case scenario. A choice specs Freeze Dry to Comfey does 67. Okay, so Ice Beam has a chance to take us out, but we gotta go. If he's sub, we outspeed him. Okay, so he does go for Freeze Dry, and we'll see how much damage this does. About half, so he's not Specs. I think I double into Primarina here. Okay. Do I need Primarina to win this game? I think it's the right. You know what? YOLO. If he stays in and clicks Freeze Dry here, I would be so surprised. Okay. Casserola comes in. And I kind of want to stay in and surf. Is that bad? Let's flip turn. He did stay in. That's super unfortunate. That's super unfortunate. Okay. We don't need Hakumele to win. Honestly though, if he's like some weird set like AV or something, he might Volt Switch. Yeah, he does. Okay. And Aegislash is pretty obvious here. I think there's not really an over prediction he can make. So I'm just gonna go for Draining Kiss here. Get a little bit more chip off, because then Surf is starting to do a lot of damage. Wow, that did nothing. Okay, so Ironhead comes in. Okay, now I can go Rillaboom to reset the terrain. I kind of want a superpower here. Honestly, superpower is a winning play. Well, how much does knockoff do? He could be scarfed. Okay, how much does knockoff into Grassy Glide do? That's the question. Not enough. But superpower into Grassy Glide will kill. He's reading me like a book. He's reading me like a book. Okay. So the question is, how much... Okay. Aegislash. I didn't need to make that play. I did not need to make that play. Okay. Stance change. Level 50. Ironhead. He might be banded, honestly. Let's say worst case scenario. Choice. Band. Where is Choice Band? That's... I'm in frickin' Choice Band. He's in Blade form. Ironhead to Halucha. Halucha at +1 defense. Ironhead does not kill. Okay. If he's choice banded, Adamant Halucha. Now, if he's not banded, we could do it again. Okay, he is banded. Telion. G-Max. Level 50. +2. I mean, close combat has a chance to take him out. So he was choice banded. It's a very small chance, but it's a chance. Unfortunately, I think the combination of Rotom and whatnot just wins for him. And I don't have enough speed investment to switch Halucha out. So he probably has some HP investment. I would assume he goes for like max airstream here. Oh wow, he had a lot of investment. He had a lot of HP investment. Or defense investment. Damn, unfortunate. I tried to make too many plays. I should have just knocked off with Rillaboom. There's one other one where I messed up. Okay, Primarine is pretty healthy. So the question here is, well, he's gonna Hydro Snipe me and he'll probably crit me, but Rotom, Heat, level 50, Dynamax, Surf. How much does Moonblast do? I mean, not enough. But he might only have Volt Switch. I mean, he probably just max airstreams again, yeah? If I still had Rillaboom around, I think I might have won. But also, I don't know, I think he might have just had too much pressure for us. The freaking Cosmic Power, man, that was so scary. Can we get a special attack drop? Nope. Okay, he does Volt Switch. And that does take us out. GG to Matt. That was a fun, honestly, that was a fun battle. I made some stupid plays, but it was fun. It was all in good fun. Make sure you go check Matt's channel out. And I will be back with Matt in just a second. Hey guys, we are joined by Matt O'Shea. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. That was a hell of a game we just played.
It was, I was having so much fun. It was such an interesting battle. And I'm looking at your team now, and you did bring the Subaru set. I thought you might do that. I was really afraid of it, honestly.
Yeah, look, my team was honestly just a bunch of misfits thrown together. The Kyurem set I had worked on really hard, and I just said, you know what? I'm too tired to build right now. I'm gonna finish this up later. And later came like when we were like 4 o'clock today. So I'm just happy my craziness after a deprived day of work is paid off.
The Dazzling Gleam on Xatu was very nice. That was very nice. And
Yeah, look, this set is a phenomenally interesting team because Klefki destroys mine with all my speed. So having Xatu there to check Klefki, set up all over it, and then click Dazzling Gleam to OHKO most variants of Pangoro would have been amazing.
Right, and like you can see I had T-Wave and Spike, but I was always too afraid to click it. But yeah, I mean, all your sets, I like it. Choice, I was not, okay, it was AV Chinchino. Interesting. And the triple axle, I honestly totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. That was awesome.
Yeah, no, with Technician, it's actually stronger than V-Create, which is nuts.
Okay, it is Technician. Does Skill Link affect triple axle?
No, so triple axle always hits 3 times, but each individual move has a 90% chance to miss.
Oh,
but it
that's
goes in power.
what it is.
Yeah, so because Skill Link, it's not a multi-hit attack that has like 2 to 5 times. It's just 3 attacks no matter what, unless you miss, which you can still miss if you're in Skill Link.
Gotcha. Interesting. And the gunshot. Yeah. Honestly, though, it was fun. We were talking about it just before we started recording that my biggest misplay was superpowering into Aegislash, but I was saying I think with the combination of Pokemon that you had and with Pangoro and Comfey gone at that point, I mean, it was just really difficult for me to deal with Kyurem and Rotom Heat. So I felt like if you, on the off chance you did switch into Kyurem, I kind of had to go for the play. Because that, I mean, if you did switch into Kyurem, I won there. If you know, with that superpower.
Yeah, definitely.
So
definitely.
Yeah, but again, like that was super fun. So what are these Kyurem EVs for?
Okay, let's see. That's not the craziest Kyurem set I ran. Last week was fucking stupid. Sorry, I saw that. No, you can swear. It's all good. Okay, so Kyurem speed. Well, first off, almost everything on my team, actually, except for Aegislash, had speed for Rillaboom.
Okay.
I didn't feel the need to creep for Comfey because it has priority.
Right.
Didn't feel the need to creep for Kangaskhan because it's a Kangaskhan. Didn't feel the need to creep for what else was there? Hawlucha because Unburden. So you had a pretty big gap between like Rillaboom and what I wanted to creep next, which would have been a Cell Core. So I felt, you know what, I have a lot of speed, I'm cool with that.
Right.
But with its investment in defense, it takes a Life Orb Adamant Max Drain Punch from Rillaboom. It also takes an Adamant Close Combat from Hawlucha, and it takes a modest non-boosted Primarina Moonblast. So when I saw you go for Moonblast, I was like, okay, I'm cool with this. You do 99.5% maximum, and I have 100%. I'm good to go.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and you can see that was kind of my mentality there. So I didn't put that much speed into Rillaboom. I mean, I put 172, but that was basically to outspeed like a jolly Aegislash. Because that was really the only thing I felt like I needed to outspeed there. Just because, our speed tiers were really interacted in a really weird way.
For sure.
But man, I said in the team build, I really hope Chinchino and Xatu don't come. And I was also really afraid of Roserade, honestly, or T-Spikes, because I had no hazard removal. But then I saw, the last couple of weeks he didn't bring hazard, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to bank on the fact that he won't, so.
Well, look at my team. My hazard setters aren't,
Yeah.
Obviously, I made a lot of transactions before the season started, picking up Aegislash. I had to completely rework my team. And because of that, I'm really lacking in the hazard department. My only rocker is, Crook and Clefairy. Clefairy was actually debating coming this game. Crocodile as well as a semi-check to, to what is that thing called? Klefki.
Right.
You can't touch it with prankster moves. But you have Hawlucha, which shuts them both down. You have Rillaboom, shuts them both down. So I didn't really feel like it was the smartest bring. Roserade was going to be coming. It would have been fantastic against your team if you did not have Hawlucha.
Roserade. But Roserade, exactly. Roserade is really good except for Hawlucha. But I mean, Hawlucha's going to come pretty much every week, I think.
Exactly. That's why I felt like I couldn't bring it this time around.
I think the heavy duty boots are interesting because my only rocker is Colossal. Was that just like a habit thing?
I needed to make sure that if you did bring Colossal, I could still take a hit from Rillaboom. I could still take a hit from a max HP +1 from a bulk up, let's say, Hawlucha.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah, so you ran the throat chop, which was expected.
Yeah.
Oh my god, my Aegislash had so many calcs just specifically for that thing. Oh my god. Takes neutral adamant throat chop in sword mode or +2 in shield mode. So
wow. That's kind of crazy, actually.
It's insane.
Well, yeah, I saw that I could live one banded Iron Head, and then I was like, I mean, I had to Swords Dance there. But Yeah, and then I was like, there's a chance I take Inteleon out, but there's no way he doesn't have like HP or defensive EVs because you just don't need the speed. So,
Yeah.
I mean, at that
Well,
point.
at that point, your play was to get to +2 and play for the crit on the Inteleon.
Exactly, yeah.
Because without that, it's going to be a 3-0.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was actually, when you switched out, you thought I was Scarf Rotom at first, right?
Scarf Rotom. I was afraid. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I just, I had to make sure because I thought on Primarina, right? I switched out Primarina. Is that what it
No,
was?
on Rillaboom. So
Oh,
I
Rillaboom,
go hard for
yes.
Rillaboom after you get the first
Yeah,
KO on the
yeah. When I was in G-Max form, yes. And
Yeah.
I needed to save the terrain for Halucha, so I couldn't risk it at that point.
Yes, that was my thoughts too. I should have probably gone for the Will-O-Wisp there instead of the Overheat.
Oh.
Just because.
Yeah.
But I mean, it worked out because it made you think I was Scarf.
Right.
Something confirmed that. And then Premier comes in and you get a flip turn off instead of going for Surf. That was like, I would like stay in. He revealed flip turn. He's gonna flip turn. I need this thing around.
Right.
And it ended up paying off.
Yeah. Well, and I did not want to hit Surf and then Kyurem to come in and just sit behind a sub or get behind a sub. Well, if Surf probably breaks, I don't know if Surf breaks the sub.
No, Surf would not break my sub.
Yeah. So exactly, so I felt like in that case I almost just lose. So
I think at that point you still had the.
I had the Comfey. Yeah, I had the.
Yeah,
Comfey.
exactly.
Yeah.
So you would have been fine.
Yeah,
That's
true.
the only reason why this set didn't work as well as I wanted to because you had literally triple fairies.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I had 4. Well, I dropped Primarina actually for next week, but I was like, I'm gonna keep it one more week because it has a really good matchup against you. But yeah, I do. Yes, I have way too many fairies, which taking over someone else's team, it's interesting to try to sort of put it back together.
Well, hey, look, I'm going to say that I think of the matchups I played so far, this one was definitely the scariest for me to build for, because you're the only one that's had a reliable answer to Inteleon.
Yeah, G-Max Inteleon is so scary. I was doing some calcs and I was just like, what the heck?
It was a mistake letting it be a tier 2 G-Max. Like, the fact that I didn't have to pay any points to get this thing, and I can have 2 tier 1s.
Dang.
Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah, so I like sometimes I'm talking to people and they tell me like some of the tiering, and because I wasn't part of the draft, so I haven't really paid attention to the tiering. But like that, and like last week or 2 weeks ago, I was talking to Eco and he has Alakazam, and that was tier 2, and like that to me was kind of crazy too. But yeah, tier 2, that's such great value.
It definitely is.
And it's been doing work for you, honestly. So
yeah. Week 1, I think I played it really poorly. Like I just said, I walked in, I said, you know what, my whole plan is, I get the focus energy, I 6-0. Like, I'm not even kidding. And I went in, I said, I'm going to lead off with Zatu, I'll figure out if this Mammoth is Scarf or not, find out it's Scarf, okay, I can click up focus energy. But I rushed into it, and I ended up losing that game because of it. But then the rest of the time, I've just been holding it, and then it just comes in at the end, picks up the last 2 kills, picks up a kill this week against you. And it's just been coming in, cleaning up, and that's what it should be doing with its speed and special attack. It's crazy.
For sure, and then, you can always get a max airstream off and go to +1, and you're going to outspeed pretty much everything. So,
yeah,
that's really cool. Anything else? What did you think? Did you prep for anything else that I didn't bring, or was it pretty much what you thought I would bring?
So Banded Rillaboom was cool. Like, I like that.
Banded Pangoro?
Not Rillaboom, excuse me, Pangoro.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that thing it's so hard.
Yeah.
I definitely expected it to be Scarf, if anything.
Right.
And I was like, I'm cool with it if it's Scarf. Gudra it came to mind. It was another kind of reason I went away from the Roserade because Stun Spore, Giga Drain. Yes, like, the whole point of my team was to wear down Primarina and wear down Gudra because those were your primary answers to take a hit from Inteleon.
Right.
And once those were gone and Klefki was no longer able to spread paralysis, easy win. The only thing is, again, Rillaboom, gotta chip that down, get it destroyed because of Grassy Glide.
Right.
It was just a combination of everything that makes your team really hard to prep for, and the fact that you don't have Premier anymore makes me really happy for our future matchup.
Well, we'll see. I think I'm 1-3 now, so I don't know if we'll have a future matchup. But
I mentioned to my team builder that I think we're going to be in the playoffs against each other. Your team was too good not to have that chance, so I didn't even bring like there's a reason why I didn't say I'm going to spend a lot more time on this because I know we're going to play again.
Okay, that makes sense. Did you expect Scarf Pre-Marina at all?
Yeah, so the reason why I actually went for knockoff on Cincino was because you were Scarf, because knockoff
Right.
into gunk shots, KOs.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I went for knockoff I lived the hit because I have the AV.
Right.
I then outspeed the next turn, gunk shot, there we go.
Right.
But I think you expect me to be Scarf Bullet Seed, right?
I was expecting Scarf Bullets. Well, I switched out because I thought it might be. And also, on the other hand, I didn't want to reveal my Scarf because it wasn't a guaranteed KO, and I wasn't sure, like, even if you were AV or if you had some... Because, again, you don't need all your speed. So if you had, like, defense or HP, I couldn't KO you there. So I didn't want to reveal my Scarf or just not KO you and take, a Banded Bullet Seed or a Life Orb Bullet Seed or whatever. So,
Right.
Yeah, that's sort of the reason why I hard switched there. And, I mean, Klefki is a pretty good switch into Cinchino.
Definitely.
So, yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. But yeah, hopefully we do play in the playoffs because honestly, I think that's the most fun I've had in an IBL match. So thank you
Love
for
to
that.
hear it. Yeah, no problem. One thing I actually did have a question is why did you go with Yachi instead of obviously Kirim, but I mean,
So
why
Kirim
not
and
you?
yeah, so Life Orb is really good, obviously, and I think in hindsight it would have been better. What I kind of expected to happen is for us to like Gmax against each other, or me come in and have to Gmax against you, and for you to go for the Max Hailstorm. But in hindsight, like you also have Max Airstream, which is the better play almost every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I had it initially. But yeah, and also Kirim because I could, if you depending on the set, like Superpower did a lot to you, so I could Superpower into Grassy Glide would have taken care of it. So yeah, that was the reason for that. But I think in hindsight, yeah, I would have gone Life Orb because I think I could have stayed in more with it and just gone for moves, quick buttons. But
Yeah, I mean, you would have taken about 50. You would have taken a little bit more damage from the triple axle, but
Right.
at the end of the day, it was like a wasted item in that sense because
Right.
you had the terrain recovery, and on Rillaboom
Right.
especially, it's good without this item, but with the item, it makes it so much better and makes it a lot more threatening, especially versus a team that's
For
really
sure.
preparing for all the coverage it gets. Like, I was so ready for anything you could throw at me.
right,
The only thing I really couldn't deal with was like if I'm pretty sure it's Rock Slide or something. Actually, it does not. Never
it
mind.
does not. Yeah,
Yeah, so then I was prepared for everything. So it was just a matter of like making sure that I took the least amount of damage possible, so that when Alucha came in, I could take a hit and then at least get off a Thunder Wave or a Will-O-Wisp or like something against it.
yeah, that makes sense. And I think, in hindsight, I definitely would have gone with like Life Orb. And I think like honestly, Choice Band is so good on Rillaboom because you can just Dynamax out of it if you need to change your move. But yeah, I was too scared of Ice Beam and Kirim, I think. Which Kirim is just such a huge threat, especially like now where everything is slow and just weaker in general.
Freeze Dry, Dragon Dance, Icicle Spear, like the fact that it's all these new moves made it such a big threat. And
Yeah.
it's honestly crazy that I got it round 2, and the fact that I paired it with Aegislash and with Inteleon, which
Dude.
again, Inteleon only has 2 things it can't be with water moves: other water types and grass types. Freeze Dry on Kirim, easy.
Exactly. Well, and I had the thought that maybe you might bring like a Dragon Dance set, but then I was like, I have Primarina, so he's probably definitely gonna bring Freeze Dry. But D-Dance Kirim is like really good. I really like that set. So
It
I'm
is.
hoping I can watch you use that sometime soon.
I do. I mean, it's only come to 2 of the 4 games. In game 1, it got 1 kill against the Ferrothorn, which I just needed it to do like 30%, so Inteleon could beat it. And then game 2, I mean, it forced out a couple mons, got a Freeze Dry off on the Comfey, did 50%-ish almost to it, which was really
Right.
huge, so that when Volt Switch came out on the Rotom, it was able to put it in a range of anything I wanted to do.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna say I did get 2 crits. I apologize for that. I think one of them didn't matter, but well, actually, would Zatu have lived a knockoff there with no item?
It would have lived the knockoff.
Okay, so it did matter then.
If you got, well, like, it didn't matter. Like, my whole play was just roost and roost and roost, and eventually you would just go into Primarina, click
Right.
Ice Beam, click Surf, and because Klefki was still, or Klefki was it still around at that point? I don't think it was. I think I managed to sack it off after Klefki went down. But the fact that I was able to get rid of that first made Zatu really useless in a way.
Right.
So I was okay with sacking it off. The fact that it went down was more so just like, okay, I wish I had less turns of him having terrain up.
Right. The other play, so I did stay in and hit Flash Cannon on one of your roosts because I thought I remembered outspeeding your Zatu. but that was stupid. I was like, that was just wrong, because clearly you have a lot of speed here. But dude, Cosmic Power, that's so scary. So last year I didn't have a Dark type, which was a huge mistake, and I just got swept by Gothitelle. Cosmic Power. Memento into Cosmic Power. It was just terrible. So
Gross.
I was having flashbacks, but that was really cool. Thank you for the battle. And again, make sure you guys go check out Matt's channel. The link is in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time.